Hello everyone, Michael Phoenix here, founder and staff of Surreal Vale City online magazine and its predecessor Valley and Beyond. Coming up, I've talked about this year how the magazine is expanding into other physical locations, getting down to Philadelphia more and more. The second trip up to New York a week and a half ago, starting to get up to plans to get up to New York more, and other areas in the South. A week and a half ago, I did something that I didn't think was possible, but was able to acquire the finances, raise the money to pull it off. The magazine covered two events, two areas, one day. The Imagine Art exhibit opening, which was the top priority, and probably one of the top priorities for the entire year so far, at Ray's Art Galleries, Contemporary Galleries on East 57th Street in New York City, New York. Then after that, came back down and arrived late, so really couldn't get any photo or video, but still was able to get there in time to do an article on the pasta dinner fundraiser for Pagan Pride Day here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania this year. I am very proud of that goal being accomplished. Thankfully, thanks to Transbridge running so many buses, it actually wasn't that tight with the schedule. But coming up on May 17th, and this I know for a fact this will repeat throughout the year at times, there is a serious challenge to see if it can be done. The magazine can do it. On May 19th, there is a pop-up witches pop-up market up in New York City during the day. And in the evening, even though I did one article on it, I would actually like to volunteer and do an article on feeding the homeless in Philadelphia, which volunteers for doing our part eclectically make that happen every other Saturday in Philadelphia. And I actually want to volunteer and hopefully have some time to do a full article on doing our part eclectically down in Philadelphia. I'm also going to do a follow-up on feeding the homeless. In addition, there are, at least for right now, that week, if the funds can be raised, to turn out to be a busy week between New York and Philadelphia. Ideally, there are 3 events in Philadelphia I would like to cover between the 17th and the 20th, and one in New York, and also do a music review and possibly one event here in the Lehigh Valley in between thrown into all that. The magazine is doing very well. The expansion is going. It's not instantaneous where, wow, I'm known in New York City and in Philadelphia. But the magazine in Philadelphia is slowly becoming known, and very slowly becoming known with more trips down there. And I know the same thing will happen in New York. But I need your help. The finances, like every other business, like everything else in life, the finances to pull all this off is very important, is the hardest part. And for the magazine to continue to cover the Lehigh Valley, not near as much as it has, or not even close to Valley and Beyond, because in all honesty, the Lehigh Valley, it's pretty much been there, done that, for the most part. Events have been covered to the point 1, 2, even 3 or 4 times over the course of the 2 magazines, where honestly there's really no excitement left, and it just sounds very repetitious and boring. The coverage of it. But there are events that the magazine will cover this year in the Lehigh Valley, and like I said, with a primary focus on expansion to New York and Philadelphia. Also, I have not forgotten about the news part and expanding into other topics to cover. That is also slowly happening. But one person does everything. The articles, these promos, literally this is one person doing it all. But the expansion is definitely a key to the magazine's continuing and continued growth and success. But I can't do it without you. Every dollar, every time you share this or anything the magazine does helps. Every dollar, every time you share something for the magazine, it leads to more possibilities of things becoming larger and happening more often. I know everyone works very hard for your money. I know you have your own dreams, your families, your friend to support. You have friends that you help out. You try to help out people. But please, if you can, even a single dollar helps. Believe it or not, it makes a difference. And if you can't afford it, if you don't feel that it's worth your hard-earned money, please share this campaign to continue to help the magazine expand and to truly help, and for the magazine to continue to seriously try to help make a difference in people's lives, community, society, and our world. And the reason why I'm not in front of the camera is this is the way it is. If you haven't checked out Surreal Nail City yet, this is what the magazine is. I'm not in front of the camera. There's no reason for me to be in front of the camera. You can see what I'm like through a photo. This is the magazine. This is the reality. This is the way it is. Uncut, unscripted, unedited reality. Real version. Thank you very much for your time. May you, your family, and friends, I wish you only the best in life and everything you do.